It's my pleasure to introduce this afternoon's entertainment. He was the house mentalist at the Venetian Resort in Las Vegas for 7 years. He currently has the honor of serving as the official magician for Disneyland, and he's appeared on every major television network. And also, he's a professor of anthropology. Please join me and welcome Paul Draper.
Yay! Thanks so much for introducing me. Yeah, no, all good with that. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. So yes, I'm an anthropology professor. I've taught at Yale and Soka and Thomas Jefferson. Who here knows what an anthropologist studies? Any guesses? What do we study? People. What kind of people? Dead people. That's an archaeologist or a necrophiliac. I study living human cultures. I'm a cognitive anthropologist, a medical cognitive anthropologist. I study why we think the things we think and believe the things we believe. For many years, I lived with cannibals in South America. I worked with gang members in Los Angeles. And for some reason, healthcare systems said that research could help us. I guess nurses really do eat their own. But like you said, for 7 years, I was the official magician at the Venetian in Las Vegas. Anyone ever been to the Venetian before? Oh, a lot of us. They insisted that I perform as a 1400s Roman Catholic Italian dude. Buonasera, amici, mi chiamo Paolo. I'm a gia for you, canzone for you. Che bella cosa, una giornata di sole, un'aria serena dopo una tempesta. And so on. It's difficult for me to perform as a 1400s Roman Catholic Italian dude because I'm actually a Ukrainian Jew from Salt Lake City, Utah. Woohoo! I'm the one. They had a parade when I left. Half my family's Mormon, half's Jewish. It makes me universally hated everywhere I go, just across the board. I don't drink coffee or eat bacon. What's for breakfast, right? My best friend growing up was a Muslim kid. It took Utah for the Jewish kid and the Muslim kid to be best friends. And now I lead EDI, equity, diversity, and inclusivity commissions for all the major magic organizations in Europe, America, and Africa. I'm on those committees and teams making that happen. And I reached out to a friend of mine who's a Roman Catholic priest and another friend who's an American Baptist to help me understand all of you. So because of that, I'll have some biblical quotes a little later. But I want to start with a little mind reading. For this, I need minds to read. I've created a lie detector test in a paper bag. I have 5 pieces of candy, 4 white and 1 gold. 4 white and 1 gold. The goal is to try and find that gold piece of candy. If I come into the audience and I offer you a piece of candy, I don't want you to look at it. I don't want you to show anybody. Hide it in your fist. I'll come get you later. I'm gonna come back here. I want people who don't want to come up. You thought you were safe back here. You are not, Lindsay. Reach in, grab one, hide it, don't look at it. Let's come over here. You thought you were safe. Reach inside, grab one, hide it, don't look at it. Reach it, don't show her. Let's come over here, let's come back here. You thought you were safe, you are not. Reach inside, grab a piece of candy, hide it, don't look at it. Hide it, grab one, first one you touch. Let's come over here, let's come over here. Hi, would you grab one? You're laughing at other people for taking one, so now it's your problem. Okay, here we come, let's come. Reach inside, grab one, hide it, don't look at it, don't look at it. Okay, the 5 of you, come up on stage. Give them a round of applause for being brave. Oh. Here they come, just walking to the stage singing. Thank you, white women, thank you. I need white women of a certain age to do that, so. Jerry Springer died today, did you hear that? I feel bad because I don't even know if I'm the dad or not. Would you come over here, scoot over here. Scoot over here, come here. I used to open for Jerry Springer for many years when he did public appearances, and he always opened with the same line. He said, I'm Jerry Springer, and I'm sorry that I ruined television. That was his opening line. Okay, hi. Thanks for coming up. Everyone has a name tag except for you. What's your name?
Michelle.
Michelle, my belle. No one? Okay, Michelle, what do you do for the system?
I'm a radiology manager at South Overland Park.
So she looks inside of you. Radiology manager, what do you do, Lindsay?
I'm a supply chain manager at Shawnee Mission.
She makes sure you never go without. What do you do, Michelle?
Nursing informatics manager.
That's intense. What do you do?
I'm the CCU director at Shawnee Mission.
You're a what?
CCU director?
CCU director. What do you direct at CCU?
People.
People. What do you do, Christy?
I am the director of medical staff.
The director of medical staff, which means she deals with the jerks. The genius, brilliant jerks. I love when I go into hospitals and I talk to doctors and they say, you've been speaking to the nursing staff and the executive staff, but now you're talking to a medical person. Gotta overcome that cultural hurdle. Okay, at this moment, you don't know which one you have. You don't know if you have white or gold. So all of you will say the same thing. You will say, yes, I have the gold piece of candy. Observe them, try and figure out who's telling the truth, who's lying. At this moment, they don't know. So we're getting a standard, a flat line standard. Say, yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Good, I like the nod, the toe tap.
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Warm, friendly.
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Very emotive. I thought that was good. Yes, I have the gold piece of candy. Though dressed like a gondolier. I thought that was.
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Okay, she is hesitant that she's lying and doesn't even know if she's lying or not yet. I think it's.
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Good, I like the, yes, I have the gold piece of candy. Now all of you turn around, peek at what you have, and then come back here. The inventor of the lie detector also invented something else famous. Anyone know what else he invented? Wonder Woman. And her lasso of truth, both equally permissible in a court of law in Topeka, Kansas. It's true. The guy that invented the lie detector also invented Wonder Woman. Isn't that weird? So now they know. Now they know if they have the gold piece or not. Let's see. Say, yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Energy level went up, warmth out the window.
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Said almost identically, so either she has it or she's a sociopath, her. Hard to tell.
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Very good. She's disappointed that she doesn't have it. Did you hear that? Yes, I have the gold piece.
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Good?
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Okay, so now I have to ask just a couple of questions and then I'm there. Where did you grow up, Michelle?
Hampton, Virginia.
Hampton, Virginia, the land of the Lees of old Virginia. And why did you move here?
I married a sailor.
You married a sailor. She married a pirate. Okay, say yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Great. Do you have any pets, Sarah?
Yes.
What do you have?
2 dogs.
What are their names?
Zelda and Raisin.
Gazelda and Raisin. There is one she loves more than the other. Hi there, what was your favorite subject in school growing up, Christy?
History.
History. Any particular time period in history? No, all of history. Right now is terrible, the past is wonderful. Say, yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Yes, I have the gold piece of candy.
Okay, I think I have it. If I get it wrong, I'll do something cooler in a minute. But I feel pretty good about it. I think you have a white piece, you have a white piece, you have a white piece. I hope Christy has a white piece, and I hope Sarah has the gold piece. Sarah, if you do, step forward and show everybody. Yes, she does. Give her a round of applause. Keep your candy. Go back this way, maybe. Go back to your seats. Go back to your seats. Now that candy is fine to eat, except for the small RFID computer chip inside. Powered by Epic. No, it's just candy, Yeah, change management, that's rough. How's everybody doing with Epic now? Are we okay? Okay, that lets me know. We'll get back there in a minute. I'll now show you something you've never seen before. You ready? Ready? Spoons! But you've seen these before. 2 metal spoons, they nest together as if they are spooning, which is why I don't use forks. If you get that joke, whose fault is it really? I just feel bad doing it in front of a baptismal or what this is. Miss in the front row, will you come up and help me? Come here, give her a round of applause for being brave. Yay! I recently performed this for UFC fighting champion Ronda Rousey. She said to me, that makes me so mad I want to throw you. I said, after your last professional fight, that ain't happening. And then she threw me. It's one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, now on YouTube forever. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name, Carissa?
Carissa.
Nice to meet you. Now, Carissa, I have 2 name badges are awesome. Carissa, check these out, make sure they're metal, they're solid, they're spoons. They don't melt in your hand, they don't change when you touch them. Don't go swimming with this ring on, you'll sink, it's too big. Okay, now look, one of these 2, Carissa, is gonna bend in your hand. Which one? Pick me, pick me. How easily swayed Carissa is. You just have to be adorable for a second. Is that how you ended up with these people? Yes, Carissa, for real, take the one you want, just take it. Excellent. Would you catch this, sir? Spoon, excellent catch. Okay, shake it back and forth. Imagine it's bending ever so slightly, just a little bit. The metal just starts to bend on its own. Yours hasn't bent, has it? Toss it back up here. Let's see if I can catch it. Yes, okay. It's really rough, I want you to know, after you had the gymnast on stage to bring up the guy that is literally morbidly obese. That's really wrong. I mean, that's wrong, but it did make it so I got my COVID shots before you. Okay, now that's a, I don't know if you can tell, that's just bent just a little bit. You see it's changed just a little. I'm gonna have you scoot a little closer to me. I'll have you place one hand on top of mine, one underneath. Am I putting enough pressure on that to bend steel? No. It's gonna start to bend in between our hands. Look in there, do you see it bending?
Yes.
That's strange, isn't it? Yes. I don't know if you can tell, there's now just a slight difference between those 2 spoons, just a little. I like how she talked so much about healthy eating and then they gave us pasta. That was awesome. Here, the healthiest thing I had was the flan. It had a piece of strawberry on it. Here, place one finger right there, rub back and forth gently. Good, it's gonna bend up towards you. Good. Then again, a Snickers bar can be self-care too. So, right? I don't know if you can tell, some people think that I take and put enormous pressure on it when no one's looking. So this time I won't even touch it, right into the camera, as close as they can get. That's gonna bend straight forward, just bend like that. Here, pull on that, hard as you can. Hard as you can. That's a solid piece of metal, right? Really pull, whole body, right? That's a solid piece of metal, right? And yet, just a wiggle and a wave like that, and it just melts straight down. Oh, now you like it. There's nowhere that's dug into my hand, nowhere it's dug into my flesh. With enough strength, you can take and straighten that out. But only in the movies can you get to do this, where the metal on its own does what, Carissa? It's twisting like a corkscrew that's changing at a crystalline level. It's fractured and splintered inside. That'll never be straight again, but you can still stir your drinks, eat your cereal. That belongs to you. Give a round of applause for coming up. Thank you so much for helping me out. If you want to see that again, I just did it last month on the Discovery Channel with Josh Gates, the Destination Unknown show. So I study healthcare, and I look at so much of what's happening here. And I really liked your first speaker today. If I was to sum up her primary concept that she shared, the concept of imagine what you want your world to be, know what you need to do, right, and then get in the flow and act on it. If you're a clinical person, you know this as observe, diagnose, and prescribe, right? You observe what you want, imagine, right? Observe what it is. You diagnose, what's the situation, what are the steps, what are the action pieces, and you prescribe. This is what we're actually going to do now. Or in leadership, in healthcare, you often use the term learn, do, teach. And we're really good at doing these within the systems, right? We're really good at doing these within work. We're really good at observing others, diagnosing others, prescribing for others, finding fault in others, praising others. We're particularly bad in the healthcare world at taking care of ourselves and praising ourselves and taking that time for ourselves. As a religious organization, I want to go back, because I'm Jewish, I want to go back to Old Testament stuff. We're going to go to the first couple of paragraphs, right? And in there, God takes the seventh day and what? Looks around, says it's good, rests. How many of you actually are taking 52 days a year and resting? Anybody? One person, two people, maybe, three, not many. We're supposed to rest. We are told to rest. Not only on the seventh day, but on the seventh year we're supposed to rest. Lots of biblical passages on this, and more than that. We're supposed to do that. When I study tribal groups, when I've lived with pre-industrial tribal groups, they spend about 4 hours a day doing what would be labor so that they can have a house, so that they can feed their family, so that they can take care of illness, take care of their animals. And the rest of the time is spent being social and caring for each other and learning new ideas. So whatever your belief is on the history of humanity, whether humans have been around for 1.2 million years or a few thousand years, I'm not going to tell you your prescribed idea. But humans before modern society we are designed, created, evolved, your choice, to spend an enormous amount of time relaxing, contemplating, existing, and being. During the pandemic, I did over 1,500 Zoom shows. And a lot of these were for retirement communities that I did for free. I was doing 6 a day every day for the first year of the pandemic. And streaming into these retirement communities and children's hospitals and women's shelters and homeless shelters. And a lot of what people were asking for was not just comedy and levity and magic, but for mindfulness. And our modern world, especially our capitalist world here in America, the society, our first speaker talked about the fish and the water that we're swimming in. It's kind of a polluted bowl of water because in our capitalist society, we are taught that our value is based on our productivity. But as a Christian organization, your value starts with being born. Your value exists because you exist. Your value is given to you by the divine. Even if we just go into positive psychology, your value is because you are. It's not based on our productivity or what we create or what we produce. I particularly I want to grab a couple of these quotes and then I'll get back into some more magic for you. But I really liked, and I'm sure you've all heard this many times in healthcare, but from Proverbs, a merry heart doeth good like medicine, right? But a broken spirit drieth the bones. So if we're merry, if we're happy, if we find the joy in life, it's like medicine. In the Navajo Nation that I spent a lot of time researching, I spent a lot of time trying to mix traditional medicine with modern Western medicine to heal the full person. Because the people on the Navajo Nation, the Dene Nation, they wouldn't take Western medicine unless it was mixed with their traditional practices. In the same way, a lot of our patients in the modern world, they will not take the medicine that you prescribe them or do what they're told unless we heal and see the full person. We need to help them have a merry heart, care about them, because if they have a broken spirit, it's sickness and illness. I also liked from Proverbs, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. What we think in our heart is who we are. Not our productivity, not what we create, not the amount of money we make, not what we have. There's that great piece, I'm not gonna quote directly, but from Timothy that says, we come in with nothing, we go out with nothing, so eat and enjoy. So much right now, enjoy this moment here and now. That is what we're taught over and over from these ancient scholars, right? Ancient thinkers from the divine about being good, and I'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, I would like to do something again with observation, because so much of this is observing each other, but also observing ourselves. I would like 5 people to choose yourselves and come up and help me. Just choose yourselves, the first 5 people. Yay, thank you for coming up. Here we come. So much, come over here, stand behind me over here, stand behind me. One of the greatest tools for this idea of mindfulness is being aware of our moment. I don't know how much was spoken about early this morning. I apologize, I was on Fox News in Topeka, so I missed the first start of today. But I need 3 more people to choose yourselves. Achad shalosh, 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres, come on up. Taking the time, not only on that 7th day or that 7th hour, right? Or that 7th minute, take that time to contemplate our breath, Take that time to contemplate where we're standing. Take that time to contemplate the sounds around us. Take that time to pick up an object and really study it and exist in this moment. Most of our lives, thank you, I'll come to you guys in just a second. Most of our lives are spent thinking about the past or thinking about the future, and we're missing right now. And so whenever we can ground ourselves, even by picking up a coffee cup and saying, what's the temperature? What's the texture? Is it bumpy? How heavy is it? Be in the moment and breathe for a second. Our brains heal. Our hearts become happier when we exist in the now instead of dividing ourselves like a Horcrux and splitting into multiple people and worlds all simultaneously. Hi, what's your name? Kat? Heather? Jeff? Monica? And Miles. Do you like these people? Some of you aren't sure. Okay, it's Miles, isn't it? No, I'm gonna give each of you, Miles, what do you do for the system?
Work in finance.
Finance, taking care of business. What do you do?
Imaging manager.
Imaging manager, manage the images as they come in. And Jeff? Laboratory, he sees a little piece of everyone. What do you do, Heather?
Magnet designation.
Magnet designation. This magnet goes here. The polarity goes here. No, you're talking about the different locations of the system, right? Nursing designations. And what do you do?
I'm the director of PC, which is like an inpatient unit.
Inpatient unit. Get them out of here. Okay. That's really hard. It's always discharge. Get them out of here. Clear up that space. Talk about flow state. You want me to go into flow state, we'll talk about discharge. But I want you to help me. I'm gonna give you each a sheet of paper, and I want you to draw a picture as big as you can of a pig. Draw pictures, don't let the audience see it. Just stay right there. Don't put it on the table with the Bible. Just draw. It's not kosher. No. That Bible solves all the laws. You don't have to keep kosher. I want you to draw a picture of a pig. I used to do this, make it so I can't see it on the screen either. I did this recently for the Los Angeles Highway Patrol. I had to explain to them that I do pigs at every show because I think they're adorable. I've been receiving a ticket every week since, so if you know. I heard we had a birthday today. Who was our birthday? Where are you at? You? It's rude for me to ask how old you are, so how much do you weigh? No. Your age, how old are you? 45? Happy birthday. I can sing you happy birthday in English, Hebrew, Spanish, Japanese, or Italian. Which one? Feliz cumpleaños a ti, feliz cumpleaños a ti, feliz cumpleaños, feliz cumpleaños, feliz cumpleaños a ti. Hebrew, the language of spitting and coughing. Yom Chaledet Sameach. That's really how you say it. The way in Hebrew you say, what a great celebration. Thank you, God, for letting me live to this celebration, is Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech. Right, it's rough. But Italian, no hard sounds. It's tanti coniate, tanti coniate, tanti coni belladonna, tanti coniate. Centani, 100 more. Thanks for coming out on your birthday. She even came to hang with us. She could have called in sick, but she wanted this renewal. Okay, everybody, when you're done, give me your marker. Give me your marker, give me your marker, give me your marker. Some of you are taking this too seriously. Pass all the pictures that way. Pass them that way, pass them that way, pass the pigs. Okay, audience, were you able to see who drew which pig? No. Mix them up, mix them up, mix them up. Part of your job as leaders is to observe your people and see how your people are feeling and see when they need a release valve and give that to them. Because not everyone can handle everything. So much of positive psychology, part of cognitive anthropology that I study, is this idea of being resilient. And a lot of resilience, right? When a baby cries on the airplane, that baby is having the worst experience they have ever had in their entire life. I might have clogged up ears, but I'm not going to weep uncontrollably because I'm resilient. I've lived through it. I don't look at the baby and say, it's not so bad. No, they're experiencing their pain, and we have to see that. Let me take them back. Audience, You're gonna help me figure out, that's horrible. You're gonna help me figure out which pig belongs to which person. So we'll start, here we go, our first pig. It's an adorable pig, cute pig right there. I don't know how these little stick legs can hold up the full weight. I'm not sure. It doesn't have a mouth, so we can't hear it scream. I want round of applause who you think drew it. Do you think he drew it? She drew it. He drew it. You have to applaud. Some of you aren't playing. Help me, here. For right now, hold on to it. For right now, hold on to it. This one is this very specific pig. It says Porky. That's a very specific Porky the pig. It also lets us know the age group of the person who may have drawn it. Round of applause here. 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 Yeah. Here. I kind of gave that away. Here, hold on to that, hold on to that. That's all, folks. Okay, this one is someone who's actually seen a pig. I like that. Round of applause. Here, here, here. Okay, for right now, hold on to it. For right now, hold on to it. This one, I think I could have asked for anything, and that's what they would have drawn. They were worried, so they drew two pigs. I'm confused by that. That one has a human face, and that one looks like Satan. But it does have 6 nipples, which is also not appropriate. Okay, round of applause. Round of applause. That's sexism. Hold on to that. I don't know. I don't think they understood the assignment. All right, there are no ears, it's just one tail. Okay, hold on to that. Okay, we know that he's the only one old enough to have watched Warner Brothers, Looney Tunes, so you got that one right. But let's see how you did. If at this moment you have your correct pig, on the count of 3, hold it above your head. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You failed me. You know these people, you saw them draw. You've seen them draw before, you should have gotten more right. Okay, so when I walked originally and handed this going by for applause, he reached out to it like, that's mine, are you handing it to me? When I was making fun of this terrifying pig right there, the one person who became the most uncomfortable was you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for being mean to you. Our one person who's, why did you do this? Okay, our one person who I think originally was going for a pit bull, but actually drew a pretty good pig, I'm going to give to Heather right here. If at this moment, including you, sir, if at this moment you have your correct pig, on the count of 3, hold it above your head. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Give a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir, for coming up. Would the two of you stay for a second, you two? Thank you so much. Scoot over here for a sec. Scoot over. So what do you like about this healthcare system? Why did you choose this one?
Why would you not choose it? It's the only place you ever applied to.
Oh, it's the only place you applied to?
Yeah.
Did you grow up here?
Yep.
Okay, so she wanted to stay close to home and you were it. And why did you choose this system?
Because they had childcare.
Because they had childcare. So again, when we heal the full person, not just the productivity of the person, but when we say, we're going to give you a job close to where you want to live and the people you love, when we're going to give you a job that cares about your children, when we heal the whole person and care about the person outside of work, not just if they show up at the right minute and do the right tasks, but we care about the full existence of them, then we get amazing workers like these two leaders. So often in my life, I go and do these, right? Yeah, right. They're gonna agree with me because they're on stage. No, thank you. Let me just take 1 second. So often I go into healthcare systems and they let me interview people at different levels within the system. And a consistent answer I get, I say to people, what do you wish? Sir, I didn't leave when you came in. No. A consistent answer, no, he's got to take care of his family. A consistent answer that I receive when I ask, what do you wish the people under you would do better? The number one answer I get is, I wish they would just do the job they were paid to do. And when I ask them, what do you wish the people above you would do better? The number one answer I get is, I wish they saw me as a person. I wish they cared about me as an individual. I wish they understood all the trials I'm going through and understood what I could bring and trusted me. And at every level in the organization, I wish they did what they were paid to do. I wish they treated me like a person. And so what can we do to both treat ourselves like a person and see the people below and ask the people above? Just like in prayer, we ask, see me as a flawed human being. I know what I am, but give me these chances. I have 2 metal tokens. These are Mardi Gras doubloons. They flow those from the floats in New Orleans. Have you ever been?
Been to New Orleans, but not during Mardi Gras.
Not during Mardi Gras. It's intense. This is a sleepy time mask made out of leather, cloth, and elastic. Check that out. Okay, this is gaffer's tape. It's like duct tape, except for it doesn't melt under high heat, just in case you decide to light me on fire. Can you see through that?
No.
No. Can you see through that? No. This coin, let me take one, fills my entire eye socket. Nothing but bone around there. The slightest amount of pressure on your eyelids, you can't open it up. There are very few muscles in the eyelid. Touch your eyelid gently and try it. Can't do it. You gotta take off your glasses to try. The coin, first coin, gets stuck into the center of that piece of tape. And that gets embedded right there, yes? Into my eye socket. No, it doesn't hurt going on. If you have empathy, save it up. Can you see through it? No. Can you see through it? No. I'll take the second coin. It's going to become very dark for me here in a moment. Don't everybody leave. I don't find that funny anymore. Here you go. The yard. Okay, next one. Put it across the top. You note that I wait till I'm just a little bit sweaty before I do this so that I don't rip out my eyebrows. Next one, though some of them always get ripped out. I did this on stage at an event, and they had Mike Tyson on stage with me. Would you take that and place it on the table and hand me the blindfold? And I said to Mike Tyson, are you reasonably confident I cannot see? And I felt a gust of wind past my face. And he said, yeah, you can't see. So, are you reasonably confident I cannot see?
Yes.
Reasonably confident I cannot see. Sure. Would you grab 2 blank sheets of paper and 2 markers, hand her a marker and a sheet of paper, and then the 2 of you come close to me. I want you to draw a picture of anything in the world. I'm going to listen to you and try and figure out what you're drawing. Begin drawing now, anything you want. Okay, that's like a hashback, that's something you've drawn before. That's a circle, so it will be something living. More little hashbacks. Okay, straight lines. Filling something in like hair. You're done.
Sorry.
No, perfect. Placed in my hand so the audience can see it, but don't say it out loud. Okay, audience, don't say it out loud because I can hear you. You're filling something in like an eyeball or hair. Would you place it in my hand? Do you know what it is? Can the audience see it? Okay. What? I don't know why she said yes, they can see it. We have found Superwoman. She has X-ray vision. All right. You drew a giant circle, which usually means that you're going to draw a face or a person, but I didn't hear eyes or a smiley face. I heard curved lines and some straight lines. You drew lots of hashbacks, up and downs, like triangles, and then you filled something in like hair or something living. Where did you grow up? You said. Where did you grow up?
Wichita.
Wichita, Kansas. Okay. Do you have children? No. Do you have children? Yes. Is this something you like to do in your free time? Yes. Is this something you like to do in your free time?
Yes.
Yes. You're sporty. You're outdoorsy. Does that make sense? Yes. This is a basketball? Baseball? I don't know. Was it not a ball? I don't know why I got basketball. What is it? A volleyball. I'm sorry, that's as close as I could get. And you're on a mountain maybe, or a hill, and there are pine trees. Give them a round of applause, great job. Take those and go back to your seats. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping me. You can leave your markers if you would. Now comes everybody's favorite part but mine. Ow. Ow. And we're back. Yes. What a strange thing to do for a living. But I like studying people, and I like learning about them. So much about working in a position like this that you're in as a leader is to know yourself, right? So that you can know others. Know yourself so you can relate and talk to others, right? Have connections, human connections with people. There was an anthropologist, a biological, physical anthropologist named Robin Dunbar, who came up with the idea of the Dunbar number, of how many people cognitively our brain can cope with. Our brain can only cope with about 3,000 people. When some of you were little, there were 3 billion people on the planet. Now there are 8 billion people on the planet. Yet humans, we don't have the ability to cope with that many people. Facebook lets us have 5,000 friends. Who has that? But people that have 5,000 friends, their brain doesn't know all those people. You can't. So we have a core number of people that are people, and everyone else is a fleshy shaped thing. That's why when you're driving down the street and somebody cuts you off, you're like, oh, I wish I could blow up their car. I wish I could destroy them. I wish I could just roll over them. I wish I could boom, right? But if you drive up and the person that cut you off was your sister, you go, oh, Susan, you shouldn't have done that. And all that anger dissipates because suddenly Susan's a person. Or if they have a license plate or something that has our same political party or our same sports team, we are less angry at that person because we have an emotional connection to them. So we can expand our 3,000 to more people if we include the things we have in common, that we're of the same religion, of the same sports group, of the same right passion. We both like theater, whatever. We've all gone through this experience together. But in order to do that, we have to allow ourselves to take that time to become a whole person outside of work so we have other human beings that we can relate to. Another biblical quote that I really liked that my friend, the American Baptist minister, shared with me, and I'm going to say it wrong, I already did. It's Philippians. I said Philippians. Philippians, the 4:8. He said, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good rapport, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. So in Philippians, we are taught that we should spend our time thinking about things that are honest, just, pure, lovely, of good rapport, of virtue, and the things that deserve praise. That's how we're supposed to be spending our time. Now, a lot of us, our token that we use to pay for friendship is gossip. Our token we use to pay for friendship is to talk about the things we hate. The most popular things on YouTube and TikTok and all this are people that spend time hating things because there's something within us that draws us to that. But what our wise elders teach us that we're supposed to do is think about the things that are lovely and things that deserve praise, to give gratitude for those things and to be grateful for those good things in the world. because through that we grow. You take a seed of a tree, right? There's an ancient Chinese proverb that says, a wise man is one who can see a full-grown tree inside of an itty-bitty little seed. An acorn doesn't despair because it's not a full-grown tree. It's an acorn, and it's perfect in its possibilities. It can grow and become anything. It has all of the capacity to be the greatest tree possible. But like that water the fish is swimming in our culture, if we plant that acorn in darkness, it grows twisted or doesn't grow at all. If we plant it in a dry desert with nothing, without the resources, and we starve it of water and food and air, then it grows to nothing. It's weak and it's damaged and it's hurt. But if we care for that seed, it can grow and become something wonderful. You are good at caring for your people. You wouldn't be in this job if you weren't. You're good at it. You're good at caring for patients. You wouldn't be good at it if you weren't. But each of you is an acorn, perfect in your possibilities. And we have to make sure that that acorn has the resources it needs. And that's not taking from your family to do that. It feels like it. Society tells us that. It's not taking from your job. It's not taking from others to care for yourself. When we care for ourselves, like we learned with the spaghetti test, when we fail, we've all failed at this. All of us in this room have failed at this. When we have failed at it, and we can step back and regroup and think about it again in a new and fresh way, then we can build that spaghetti structure bigger and stronger. When there's too much put on the spaghetti structure, like that $10,000 check, like our jobs, like we're gonna lose our house, like we're in this critical, devastating problem that those business majors were dealing with, then the whole thing collapses and falls apart. But instead, when we're in a place of stillness and we've treated ourselves and taken care of ourselves and reflected on the good and the joyful and the virtuous and the beautiful, then we are able to heal, and then we're able to be stronger, and then we're able to build higher and better, not only in this, but in everything that we do. I'd like to teach you a magic trick. Who wants to learn a magic trick? Yeah? Does anybody here have kids? I need somebody with kids who wants to learn a magic trick. Do you have kids? Do you want to learn a magic trick to teach them? Come here, give a round of applause. Come on up. Okay. How old are your kids? 12 and 5. This is perfect for them. Come here, come over here. What's your name?
Lisa.
Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Lisa, what do you do?
I'm the director of culinary medicine.
Of culinary medicine. Ooh, I like that. I've never met a director of culinary medicine. Tell me about that.
I put together programs around teaching people, translating healthy eating to the plate. I'm also a dietitian. I see patients.
Ooh, I like that. I've never heard of that job. I like that very much. Look, before the pandemic, I'm currently 287. Before the pandemic, I had a doctor working with me, and I got down to 165 on keto. But during the pandemic, I overate in order to self-correct. And now, starting on the 1st of next month, I'm back with my doctor and I'm gonna lose again. So it's amazing how much someone in a position like this can actually heal us if we work with them constantly. Here's some crayons. I want you to choose a crayon and put it in my hand behind my back. I won't look at it. I'm using a nature's blindfold, my eyelids. Okay, now I want you to put the other crayons behind your back. Are they behind your back? Yes? Okay, now if I turn here, I can't see it. I'm gonna turn like that. So I can't see it in the monitor, right? No, can't see it in the monitor. Concentrate on your color. Imagine it's floating out here in space in front of us. Your color is high energy, it's vibrant. It's a masculine color in the medieval time period. I get a sense that this is, right now, the popular meme that's out is Barbie, she's everything. Ken, he's just Ken. Your color is Barbie pink, is that right? Yes, it is. Give a round of applause, good job. Let's do it again. I want to know who knows how it's done. By raise of hand, anyone? Anyone know? Anyone know? Anyone know? Anyone know? Nobody knows? Ha 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 ha. Hee hee. I'm gonna teach you. Behind my back, hand me a crayon. Behind my back, hand me a crayon. I'm gonna teach you. Okay, so, and hide the others. Are they hidden? Yes, concentrate on your color. Were you around in the 90s?
Yes.
This is a very 90s color, isn't it? It's a very bright, vibrant, Slimer green. Is that right? Yes. Give her a round of applause. Good job. So, this is what you do. This is what you do. When it's behind my back, I scratch off some crayon. Oh. How else? Then you come out like this. Now, it's very important. Don't do this. Don't go. Don't do that. You gotta catch it surreptitiously on the fly. You gotta be like, I see the color out here, I see it floating, blah, blah, blah. And then you flick it off, you rub it into the carpet, you do it again. Now, this is important with your kids. Do it for them once or twice. Then don't do it again until they do their chores. Then do it one more time. Then do it a week later, or 3 weeks later, or a month later. Don't tell them how it's done. These crayons belong to you. Give a round of applause for coming up and being great. Thank you, Lisa. All right. It's so rare. It's funny. Most of the time, I'm either teaching a class at a university, or I'm giving lectures to small groups, or I'm hired by a group like yours just to do a show. It's very rare that I get to sort of mix talking and performing. You'll have to email me later and tell me if it was any good. You can be like, just stay to the magic, monkey boy. You know, I mean, so let me know. If any of you have nothing to do this Saturday, because your company was so kind to me to bring me out here, every corporate show I do, I donate a show to a charity. So I donated a show to the Topeka Zoo an hour away from here, and I'm gonna do their Roar and Pour event on Saturday for them to help them raise money and be their auctioneer. Your company did that for me. So, small piece of rope, check it out. Medium piece of rope, check it out. Great big long piece of rope, check it out. I went to a university on the East Coast and they told me I couldn't throw things in the audience because kids were scared of it. So please teach your children to catch. So it's just tape on the end, right? Toss it back to me, let's see if I can get it. Yes, small piece, medium piece, great big long piece, excellent. When I was little, I was the littlest of 3 kids. Who here was the littlest? It's so hard getting everything you ever wanted, isn't it? It's tough. My middle brother always felt so overlooked, Marcia. And my eldest brother felt that we were, invading his privacy. I know, I read it in his journal. And my dad said, I want you to know, boys, one day you will all grow up and you will all be exactly the same size. Oh, and it will no longer matter in that day which one of you was the littlest, which one of you was the middle child, or which one of you was the eldest. You will look back in joy and you will say how lucky I was to have 2 older brothers to look up to. How neat it was to have an older brother to look up to and a younger brother to pick on. And how nice it was to get everything first. Aww. For some of us, I was lucky to have a very strong family. Some people don't. I have a family to lean on. Some of us have families of choice. Some of us don't have families to lean on or families of choice. Those are the people in our community we need to give more love to and help them and invite them to our celebrations and invite them into our healthcare system. Some people have a sense when I go into communities, I tend to, in healthcare, I tend to break them into 5 types of people, and most people don't make it into the 5th. I say the first group are the people that show up every day and they say, life sucks. And they believe it. They believe it not only for them, but for you and for everybody. They're just showing up for the paycheck, right? The second group, they've grown a bit further. They're another step further to a better place. They believe my life sucks. That's better than life sucks. They believe that there might be some happy people out there, just not them. The next one is your leaders, right? Us. I am great, but those people over there suck. I am great. Then you become a person in charge of other people. And suddenly you have to say, we are great, because you're in charge of the others. We are great. The 5th is everybody is great. That's like when we win a championship, when we win a big award. But that doesn't last, right? That's very hard to maintain. The only way to bring somebody from the life sucks to the my life sucks is to show them that there are people who are genuinely happy. I have not gone on Penn and Teller's Fool Us yet because Penn Jillette is a life sucks guy. And I can't convince him yet that there are people who are happy. That's the day I do is the day I go on the show. But we have to work with them and show them that happiness is possible. That bear your testimony. Let them know that you are happy, that there is happiness in the world. But that can only happen if you allow yourself to see the happiness or see in yourself that you're not happy and take the steps. Like our first speaker said, imagine it, know it, get in the flow and do it. That you take that action, be, do, have, right? To make that action happen. When it's my life sucks, again, those are people that need help, that need community, that need action. If you don't have a family, you don't have a family of choice, reach out to a doctor or a therapist or a clergy member or somebody who can help with that. Don't just sit and do that on your own forever. It's too hard. If you are an I am great person, I am great, which many of you are, the only way to move up to we are great is to tie yourself to other people's greatness and to help them succeed through teaching them what got you to this place and through finding your emotional center. If we can come just a little closer, I made something out of crepe paper I want to share with you. I made something cute out of crepe paper. Yeah, because I'm allowed to do that. Okay, I have two pieces of paper, one inside of the other, two little paper shapes. Can you see what it is? What is that? It's a little heart. It's little hearts. Oh. I've been meeting so many people that have dealt with the pandemic and dealt with COVID and all of this, long COVID, some people. And some of them are fighting because they're too close together. They're in spaces too close. Some are fighting because they're too far apart. And when we fight, it tears at us. Ow! And we don't know what to do with that hurt. Ow! And it hurts us. Ow! And we don't know who to talk to. We must talk with someone. I mean, this is why religion teaches us that we come together in groups to pray, why we pray at night, why we reflect, why we have gratitude, so that we can share with others, even if the only other is God. Because otherwise, we just keep tearing. Don't choose a bartender. Too many people choose a bartender, so you can fight in. We keep, it's okay once or twice. We keep tearing, hoping that that hurt, that tearing will hurt the people we're mad at. It doesn't. It hurts us. Instead, we have to learn to forgive. We don't have to forget those that have hurt us, especially if who have hurt us is ourselves, but we have to forgive. Forgive ourselves so that we can heal, so we can learn new tools to come together, new ways to become whole, and new ways to share like we are today. Thank you for letting me share that with you. So, well, I'm gonna set this over here. I have two more pieces of magic I'd like to share with you. Two more pieces of magic. I'll hang that on my fridge later, and then I'll let you get back to your day. So I have a newspaper, and over here, let me grab this, I have a paper ball. Paper ball. I apologize that unlike our first speaker, or all of our speakers who were so good and had PowerPoints and all this, that I sort of observed you and watched you and thought, where are your needs at? I have a paper ball. I'm going to throw it into the audience. If it comes hurtling towards your head, please catch it. Woo! Excellent catch. Hello. Hi. Would you like to use the extra, the USA Today, or where I was yesterday, the Chicago Sun-Times? USA, extra, or Chicago? Extra, she says. Would you like to use the front section of extra, or the inside section of extra? The front section. Would you toss that ball to somebody else? Excellent. Hi. You were up on stage a little bit ago. I'm gonna have you help me again from there. Do you wanna use the front page, or the second front page, or the third front page? The second. The third. The third? That one, okay. Boop. Toss the ball to somebody else, toss somebody else. Oh, baseball, okay. I'm gonna tear it exactly, perfectly in half. Do you want the half closer to you or further from you? Closer, good, good. Actionable. Do you want the exactly, perfectly in half, almost? Do you want the one with the extra bit or the bit missing? Bit missing, good. You start with the flaws, move to strength. I like that this guy, he is so masculine, this guy. So much testosterone, he's lost all his hair. Look at that guy. That is why you become bald, because you're too manly. I'm gonna come down into the audience. Sir, toss the ball to somebody else. Toss somebody else. Yes. Do you want the one up high or the one down low? Up high, toss somebody else. You can do it. Yes, excellent, there's no one there. She tossed it right to the Holy Spirit. Hi, do you want the one that looks like Idaho or the one that looks like Nebraska? Idaho, they make great potatoes. I'm gonna tear this, there are no words there. I'm gonna tear that, that's just the headline. Okay, which one? Pick me, pick me. You're gonna take the force, that's nice of you. Toss somebody else. Hi there, which one? Choose one, choose one. That one, last choice, toss it one more time. Hi, which one? This one right here, which one? Okay, Lindsay, I'm gonna, not that one, right? Lindsay, I'm gonna hand this to you. Come up on stage. Give Lindsay a round of applause. Come here, Lindsay. Here she comes. Lindsay, thank you. Lindsay, I want you to look at that piece of paper on there. See if there is a word that jumps out at you. What is it? Wish. Wish. Okay. Wish. There were lots of words back here. Let me take the paper ball. Come here. This paper ball went around the room. Everybody who held it made a choice. It got down to one slip of paper. You chose a word, wish. Inside of here, there's written one word and one word only. Yeah, and that word is wish. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you, Lindsay. Yeah. So much of my work when I come into healthcare systems, this is my last talk, and I'm gonna do one short piece of magic. But I go to people, the workers. Again, I'm a lean systems guy. I don't know how many of you use lean system and Six Sigma and that. But I like going to the workers, seeing what their needs are, and then populating those ideas up through the system, rather than making decisions at the top and passing down. I don't know how your system works, but that's how I think about it. And I go to people and I say to them, if you had a genie lamp and you could have 3 wishes for change, what would they be? If you had a magic wand and you could make 3 things change, what would they be? If you could click your heels together, right, 3 times, what would you want? And by listening to people and giving them tools within which they can share that, things get better. When we believe in our people and we believe in ourselves and we come from a place of authentic truth, then the good comes out of people. One of my favorite stories when I was little, I remember I was sick at home. This is my favorite, my last piece. I was sick at home with 102-degree temperature on codeine cough syrup as a little kid. They used to give that to children, remember? And I was watching The Price is Right, and then on came Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. There's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are rowing. That's a scary movie. But there's a beautiful song from that show that comes together with a classic song. A few years ago, I was able to get Leslie Brickus, who wrote the music to that show, to give me permission to use this. I have 2 hoops of steel. Here, miss, would you just come to the edge right here for a second? What's your name? Morgan, what do you do?
I work in marketing.
In marketing. Okay, check it out. Hoop of steel. like how you make the community solid and one, right? Thank you so much. The marketing, it's different than sales. Marketing is letting people know the good that you do. That's her full-time job, is let people know the good that you do. Anyone with a mechanical ear can hear. Those are two hoops, solid hoops of steel. They chime, right? Like bells. The song goes like this, if you remember. Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What you'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there you'll be free if you truly wish to be. Yay! Thank you. Well, thank you so much. Well, whether the next place I see you is on a Zoom call, or maybe you come in and ask me to observe your community and help you there, or maybe back at Disneyland where I've been doing shows, right? It's been a great joy and honor to spend this time with you. I'm Paul Draper. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks, everybody. Back to you.